Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Admiral Jack Sparrow. I am presenting you another game which was played on Saturday. And the reason I'm mentioning Saturday because as most of you have played more than 10,000, 12,000 games in World of Warship, you know that Saturday is the time, or maybe 5,000 or 2,000 or 100. Most of the games that are played on Saturday or Sunday, it's just like you're winning some games and then the people are just throwing it away. And I've played like 4 games before this one, and I was really frustrated that people have just thrown the game away. So in this game, instead of like playing to the strong positioning of the ship, which is Montana, I thought I should play a bit aggressive and see if I can make any difference. So this Montana game that I played, it was quite tense game at the end because we had early loss and the mid game loss as well, and then obviously it was a carry game at the end. So here you can see there are 2 Russian ships. One is Kremlin and one is soya sauce. I call it soya sauce. I don't know why, but I do, and that's much easier for me to pronounce maybe. So here you can see that in this game I try to push up. There's a constant in front of me. It is quite difficult ship to kill, but obviously if you can see here, it's been chunked very hard because the Kremlin is the one who's chunking this ship, and I don't know what's the reason of it being going in there and then staying broadside towards that Kremlin. But obviously you can see this one, I try to go as upfront as possible in this ship. Usually it is not this ship play style, but I thought I should try to see if I can get some kind of see how it's going to perform if I'm going to tank in this one. Kronstadt is already gone, killed the Kremlin, then Kitakazi has killed the Sashi as well. So it was a bit confusing game for me. You can see Eger was behind and now he's just starting to push inside, and I don't know what's going on, but anyways. So if you can see that we had one DD which was at sea, and now that DD is gone and there are only 2 ships over there, and they will try to make sure that that side of the map is not run over. So if you can see here, soya sauce has just turned away, and excuse me. Now there's a Kremlin, and I thought as I have secured the cap with the help, I should push and tank a bit in this ship and see what is the potential of tanking in this ship as well. And also I just don't want Kremlin to come in nose position against those islands, and in Montana, as Montana is played, if you can see where Musashi is usually played from around that angle, not that close. But I was adamant that I should just go and push and make sure that I can get some tanking damage and pushing the other ships away. My mistake here was that I was more focused on Kremlin because it was getting broadside, and I thought I might get lucky here, but I was not. And in the meantime, soya sauce that ship has gone away. It was so that was a bit of mistake on my end, but anyways, moving forward, we have secured cap A and B here. At the moment Alsace is moving forward, and I, if you can see, the people from the other side of the map, beyond the Pomeranian Kremlin, they're starting to chip in on this side as well. So my what was going through my mind here was to make sure that I'm not giving a broadside to the ship, or I'm not getting into a position where I am so forward where it will be difficult for me to, you know, stay in that position. So I thought I should just stop here and tell my team to stop here as well, to make sure that we are not getting into crossfire. Now this Kremlin here and Pomeranian, they realized that there are only two ships on there, and they tried to turn their attention on this side, and Pomeranian was giving me a bit of headache. So I thought I should just return a bit of fire and see if I can make him stop shooting me for a little while. But as you can see, the German ships, they get the pens properly, and that's the why they got chunked so hard for some reason. That's the Ouija way for the German ships. So Mogador is going up front, and I was looking towards my broadside, seeing if I'm not giving too much broadside to the ships which are on that side, to get myself chunked hard. So Mogador is trying to get near Kremlin, maybe YOLOing it, and you can see that Kremlin, you cannot get past Kremlin. It's impossible in any ships. If it was a GK, might have, and Nozin, it might have gotten one hit, but Kremlin, Russian ships, it's not possible that you can get that much leeway with your ships. But that attempt was not successful. So now we are in a bit of trouble. We've lost 2 or 4 DDs with Kronstadt, which was quite a good cruiser that it can tank a bit, because it's a Russian cruiser, of course. So the whole idea here was to keep everyone at the back and just chunk this Kremlin without losing any ships, and that's what I told Egir as well, that why are you going forward. But obviously I think the LSS is the teammate, and that's the reason it just wanted to go up, and that's why it's been chunked so hard. Egir from the broadside from Pomeranian as well, if you can see, and Kremlin as well. So now we have lost a ship for no reason. So here is the Kremlin, one of the Kremlins, and we're just trying to make sure that it dies before it does any major damage to any other ship here. And yeah, so that ship is gone now. Alsace is playing very well. It's just hugging the border from that side and making sure no one is taking any pot shot at his broadside. Yeah, as you can see that the Kremlin's at 3.5 million. He just tanked. So yeah, you can see how much these ships can tank and still live. If it had another support for like 4 or 5 ships there, it could have been much worse. But now another Kremlin is coming in. I was undetected for a few seconds, and I thought I should change my position, because there's a possibility that will be run over from seaside, and this Kremlin trying to maybe come and ram me. So that was the reasoning of me, getting into a position where I can secure myself in such a way where the ramming won't be possible as a last resort. So yeah, I was just turned away, and I was not the focus of Kremlin for the same reason, because he might have thought, because not a broadside ship, won't be possible to chunk me hard. But obviously it's trying to chunk Alsace very hard in that sense, because that's a lower tier ship with less armor, considering how the Kremlin works with this AP. So now it's coming forward, and my thoughts here was that we can, if we can hold a bit and trying to get rid of Kremlin, and then we can push maybe towards B and towards the lower tier ships. And in the meantime, if we can keep the ships, that would be better. But again, soy sauce, which we let go in the beginning, almost dead, and now it basically killed the Pomeranian. Alaska killed Brenzy, and Brenzy killed Alaska with the fire. That's a new one because that has an AP, obviously. Uses secondaries to put a fire on Alaska. Now, here's a DD Kitakazi. If you can see, it's near there, and whole of my focus at this time was to make sure that we can secure this Kremlin before doing any other move. Me and Musashi are on A now with the Pomeranian on the B. Because of the DD position, Kremlin and Cleveland in our camp, they are trying to avoid the troops from that side. This Kremlin, as I mentioned earlier, it was heavy pen coming towards us. I was loading it in, and then I was keeping it in such a distance that it won't do the ram. And that was the reasoning of me running away on that side, or at least trying to keep a distance. It's a fast ship, now it's in such a position where it cannot back off. I think he will just realize in a second that he's just gotten himself into a position where it might not be able to be of any help, because if it stayed at the back, it would have been a bit difficult for us to load it off because of the nose pointing towards us. It's difficult to get rid of the Kremlins, but now it's in such a position where we can get rid of a bit quicker, and then can focus on other parts of our parts of the map as well. So if you can see, the whole of right side has been dismantled here. We are left with 3 ships and CB obviously. Kremlin is now gone, but the cost and the amount of tanking that these 2 Kremlins did was quite a lot, and now we are left with loads of ship to get rid of, and I was at this time very angry that what the hell just happened. I mean, everything has been dismantled on that side, and this side we tried to get rid of these 2 ships. It took a bit longer than usual, but again, these are Kremlins. You cannot let them roam freely unless they really want to win. So that's what we're doing here. So Prince Eugene is a good ship. It has a good armor. So what it basically does is it did survive in the beginning, but now it's I had a chance to get rid of it. So that's my first kill, guys, at around 5 minutes time, with around 120k damage already done. So but I find that Montana is a good ship to get tanking in, unless you're giving a full broadside and using all 6 of these guns. If you're only using the front 2, it is a good ship to just stay there with your team. Obviously, if you're all alone, then it's difficult. Now you can see the Pomeranian is giving a broadside to us, and somehow is visible to us as well for some reason, and I thought it's a good time to maybe try to get rid of that ship, because it is blocking B and trying to get out of the way. It has torpedoes as well, so yeah. So if I remember correctly, so Pomeranian is gone now, and now we're left with a DD, which is moving forward, and then Japanese cruisers, which have a very good maneuverability, and their Hechi is very strong, and we're just trying to make sure, and I'm pinging on the map as well, if we can get rid of this Kitakazi. Between my shots it can disappear and then reappear again, and my favorite, or my priority was to get rid of this DD first somehow, so that the annoyance level of this match goes a bit, a bit less. But anyways, now if you can focus on Abuki, and I was seeing that the pattern he was giving broadside and then coming back in, so I just aimed a bit nearer to him, so he got caught in there as well. Not too much damage, as you can see. Now I thought I should go towards the left side of the map here, but then again I thought no, Musashi's almost dead, so I should get rid of, I should try to tank a bit more. Here the Kitakazi, I took some shots, some above, some below, just trying my luck to get rid of it, and then I got a hit, and it got deleted as well. Because I was committed on this turn here, otherwise a Buki and two of the Bukis could have just melted this Musashi, which they are doing anyways. I thought it might be helpful, and I got chunked in the meantime from the CV and the Azuma on the other side. I got rid of one of the Bukis. Everyone is still here. I was a bit worried about torps being fired from them, because they have torps, and I was a bit curious, what should I do? Should I just keep pushing? Then I thought I should get into cap B, because they have a very narrow torpedo spread where they can shoot, and there's a possibility that they might not be able to do it. Now my initial thought here was that my CV would help me out with getting rid of this Abuki, because that's the only one which is making my life a bit miserable here with the Hichi spam. As you can see, Havoc said that we should not have lost this one total throw, and I agree with him, and that is the pattern that was developing on the Saturdays, and I was trying my really best here not to die, and pushing in and making sure that I can have some hits. As you can see, as soon as I get to, yeah, here I go, and these Abukis, they are like quite difficult to get citadels, because they're quite what you call it, maneuverable ships. Now here is the Zumo. He's giving me a full broadside here, and he just realized that he's trying to turn in, and I'm almost at loss of my health. I don't know what he's doing, and I thought I should just take a broadside shot and see if I can get rid of it at least. And yes, 43k damage with 3 citadels, Kraken released as well, but I was at a very, very difficult position considering it's my last heal, and Havoc said, oh my goodness, what is this happening around with this? And here, as you can see, there is 40 minutes left, and I'm still burning. And the CV is just around the corner with lots of playing at hand, and all I was trying to do is to just survive this time. At this time I was not aware of the timing as well. I was just so focused on killing the ships, as many ships as I can put my shells to, and this Abuki really was hurting me, and I was pushing on as soon as I see the Hichi coming from that ship, because it could put me on fire, and every single one should be better. But here it's 3 seconds, and I somehow survived. Hello guys, to quickly go through the captain build in case you've missed my last videos. I'm using 18-point captain. I'm using gun feeder, greased gear, adrenaline rush, concealment expert, fire prevention to make it a bit tanky, and Deadeye, which is a must on this ship because it shoots from a bit further distance, and it has 6 guns. Now I'm gonna go through quickly what kind of equipment I have on this ship. I'm going main armament modification 1, damage control system modification 1, main battery modification, steering gears modification, concealment, and artillery plotting room modification 2. I'm using signal wise, I'm running low on some of the signals, so I'm using at the moment India Yankee for fire prevention, India Delta for health, for speed, for reload. I'm using November Foxtrot. You can use any economic signal you want, depending on what you're pursuing, XP wise or credit wise. That's it, folks. If you like my video, please do subscribe. Stay safe, and thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.